Hey everyone, how are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I'm going to be conducting a general energy reading for the collective, so please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So I trust everyone is well. How have you been getting on this week with regards to this sort of downtime, this processing time, this time of reflection? Some of you may be feeling some kind of pressure in the top of the head area, the crown chakra, or like a little bit of a pressure or sort of like a dull, slight ache in where your third eye is. Your heart chakra, your heart may feel a little bit like it's not beating like irregular, but just you may be more focusing more on your breath and your throat as well. Maybe feeling a little bit, like it's closing slightly and then it might just feel as if it's expanding. So there's a lot of things that's going on right now. And I think because of what happened last week with the amount of energy that we were receiving from the sun, it's kind of given us almost like a week of, we were having a sort of grace period where we can take the time that we need to kind of like really integrate ourselves, our energy systems, to become more aligned with where we're heading and what we're sensing and experiencing right now on our own individual journey. So let's see what messages that we're going to be getting for the collective. This is general, it's timeless, it's not a personal reading. So again, just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Right. I'm sort of getting this sort of message about no longer being in tune anymore, no longer being in tune with you anymore. We'll see what that's about. So what we've got for the first card we have got is the Magician in the reverse. Next card up we have got is the High Priestess in the upright position. Okay, it's interesting. I don't know why, first of all, like first impressions is that this High Priestess is kind of hiding this Magician energy. What the? Hierophant in the reverse. Got the Page of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Queen of Discs in the reverse. Underneath the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Cups in the reverse. It almost feels... Remember what I just said about being no longer in alignment and no longer being in alignment with you anymore. And this High Priestess is in the upright position. Now bear in mind, this is the only card that's upright, but all the other cards, even the card underneath the bottom of the deck, is in the reverse. What I'm seeing here, this is very much of a very high vibrational spiritual situation here, as opposed to a little Page of Cups and a little Queen of Discs. And with the Three of Cups being in the reverse, it's almost like there's like you're coming up from one group of people to align with another. And I don't know why I'm getting this in-between energy from this High Priestess. Just because these two cards are in the reverse, it doesn't mean anything deceptive or corruptive. I'm not really getting that. I'm getting that you are kind of keeping both situations. Well, it's you, but it's also the fact that it's resonance, it's frequency, it's alignment. So even though you're in the upright position, it's almost as if, say, the Queen of Discs and the Page of Cups are not really going to be seeing these two energies here. And you being upright, you're the one that's kind of aligning with these, or were aligning with these two cards here. But you're more in alignment with these ones because, they're major arcanas at the end of the day. And they kind of like it's not even that, I mean, some people may get a bit offended by where you're at right now, but that's their take on how they see you. That's their reaction to your change. You have no control over what they're going to be saying, thinking, and doing, saying things about you. You don't have control of that. You only have control of what's going in and around you. And I feel there's a lot of things that you are not saying. This is why these two cards are in the reverse. Like you're kind of protecting your spiritual alignment so that in the 3D, they can't see it. The reason why they can't see it is because they're vibrating in a lower frequency and there is a mismatch going on here. Let's just extend this reading a little bit more and see what's going on. I just needed to shuffle the deck, just bring it here. So, yeah, okay. Right. Okay, so just going to pull it from the top. I was just getting a feeling of whether or not I needed to shuffle it again, but the saying no, it's fine. So with the Magician in the reverse, we have got the 10 of Pentacles in upright position. So it's almost as if you are silently, secretly manifesting this 10 of Pentacles. This is almost as if it's a different experience, a different reality that is not from this. They're not going to know about this 10 of Pentacles. You're really kind of keeping this to yourself. With the High Priestess card, we have got the 10 of Swords in reverse. So the worst is over. There's a feeling of like, that things are getting more better for you now. And I feel if you went through a lot of things with these lot, the Queen of Discs and the Page of Cups both being in the reverse, I can see why you're not really going to be saying anything to these lot, because I'm hearing the word enemies, frenemies. And this will explain why. Coming out from a commitment from these lot. The next card that I've got for the Hierophant is the Ace of Wands. It's got a new opportunity. And it's going, and you see how the Ace of Wands is the hand. It's going in this direction. So a lot of things are happening for you in this direction. It's not really pointing there. Okay. Tell me about the Page of Cups. I'm just going to put that there. Tell me about the Page of Cups, please. So we have got the 2 of Wands in the upright position. Again, it's pointing in this direction. Got the World in the hand there. So it almost feels as if you made a decision and made a choice quite some time ago where you were literally going to just come away from these lot. And the way how the Page of Cups and the Queen of Discs, they're pointing in the other direction. So there's a real sense of misalignment here. Okay? And what of the Queen of Discs? What of this energy? We've got the Tower card in reverse. So it's almost as if you were avoiding a disaster, or this, as I said, this had already happened. And what I can see, we've got 2 people that's sort of like thrown out. And we've got these 2 that are sort of like there as well. So it's almost as if, like, to say, you've just, sort of like been energetically removed, or you energetically removed some people from your life in order to start with a new energy coming on here. And underneath the bottom of the deck, we've got the 9 of Cups. So I feel that you're in a much more happier state of mind. You feel more fulfilled. This also feels like a silent victory over people who were trying to undermine you, or they may have tried to, in a way, mess up your chances for your 10 of Pentacles. I feel that you saw this coming quite a long time ago, and you had to make certain moves. You had to make a decision of silently moving, almost like hidden in plain sight, but never telling these or anything, because they don't have the right to know, okay, about your success about these changes that's going on with you. And if they were really going to be genuinely on board, then they would have been helping you as well. And the Three of Cups would have been in the upright position. These two cards would have been facing that way. Instead, they're going in the other direction. All right. And if you notice the way how the two people, like their heads are not even looking in that direction, it's the other way. And this one's sort of looking face up. So they're not even seeing what you're doing. It's almost like to say, like there was like some kind of distraction, you know, like look over there, but really, you know, a lot of things are going on in the other direction. So like a lot of things were that happening behind the scenes, in the unseen. Right, let's close out this reading. Interesting. I'm hearing the word gambit. And there's something quite interesting about that word that's about this situation. What you were doing secretly, or, you know, is like a gambit. They wouldn't see this coming. So it's quite interesting. Okay. So let's close out this reading. So we have got for the inner temple, we have got mercy. And I'm kind of feeling that alignment straight away with the High Priestess, because I don't feel that you're doing anything vindictive. I don't really feel that's in your nature. You don't really waste your energy on things like that where you want to be vindictive towards others, because what they've done to you, it will, you know, I feel that you're this person that will be like, you know, you'll get your karma, you'll see things coming back to you in more ways than what I would ever do to you. So I will leave you to the universe, right? And that's kind of like a good way to be. In some cases, I'm not saying that you are a weak person, but you just know how to better direct your energy. You know how to, you know, which way to invest your energy in. We have got masculine, so this real sort of like forceful sort of energy here. And I also feel with this mercy card, the masculine, especially with the High Priestess, there's a feeling of a balance here as well. So it's not just pure masculine energy which is distorted, or pure feminine energy which is distorted. There's a balance here. The card that I've got next for you, the next message, is the golden thread. So there's something about being connected, you know, to the universe in a way that, you know, these will never be able to see. I just really strongly suspect that you were dealing with people who were very, 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 very stuck and aligned, programmed even to all what's going on. Even if you may have said a couple of things in the past, you may have just been laughed at as usual. You know, they don't believe a word that you say. Oh, you're just a dreamer. You just like to live in, you know, with your head in the clouds, or, you know, this and that. But why don't you just face reality, face facts? Or, you know, you need a job to get this done and to have the life that you want. And, you know, they forget about the alchemy of everything, you know, because they're so embedded into the system. We've got the in-between. So as I said, you're definitely somebody that's in the in-between. So coming up from one set of alignment to go into another, which to me feels like this is more of a natural flow for you here as well. And then the next card that we've got is plenty. So you're all about abundance. This is not about scarcity. These people are afraid of poverty. They are afraid of being left to their own devices. They are afraid to live without the government. And they expected you to live in that kind of way as well. But you think differently because you are different. All right. And then the card underneath the bottom of the deck is the ceremony of life. Now, it just feels as if this is a massive celebration for you. And what I'm getting, even though it says ceremony of life, I'm really picking up on celebration of life. And it is aligning perfectly with the 9 of Cups. You know, whatever it is that you were manifesting and wishing for, but taking physical action in order to make it happen, you've achieved it. So this is what I've got. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Take care.